Jersey.
Sir?
Good evening, John Schmidt, Gloucester City, New Jersey. Guess I came in a few minutes late, so I'm not sure if it came up for discussion, but I just wanted to confirm that Mount Ephraim is no longer participating in the Colonial Alliance police study.
That's correct.
That's correct. What made you decide to pull out?
If you recall, when we originally talked, I was concerned about the amount of money it would be and the burden that it may become on the taxpayers if we decided to go with it. We were looking for alternative financing, if you remember me telling you that. Okay, that didn't come to fruition. We had the presentations. The towns involved decided to go with it, me being one of them. But now that one of the other towns, one of the larger towns has pulled out, it put more of a financial burden on the Borough of Mount Ephraim, so I made the decision that we were not going to participate.
If it was more financially reasonable, would you be participating?
It's not going to be financially reasonable. So I don't think I have to answer that.
In the future, say if someone came in and were to pay for the study.
I'd have to look at it.
Prior to Tuesday of last week, prior to the night Haddonfield voted on it, and I attended Oakland's meeting earlier in the week, in which it was stated that Collingswood and Haddonfield was paying for a share of Mount Ephraim. Is that correct?
Well, they were putting ours on a 3-year plan rather than an upfront thing.
So you would pay $3,000 and the other?
It was not free, it was in 3,000 something for a 3-year period.
To both towns?
To who?
To both towns were funded?
No. A total.
Right, but it was Haddonfield and Collingswood that were kind of fronting the money for Mount
The
Ephraim.
total figure was $96,000. What each town was putting forward was based on the amount of police officers in each town. That's how it was divided up. The larger towns were paying more than the smaller towns. Mount Ephraim and Oakland were pretty much about the same figure. Okay. I told them I didn't think I could go with almost 11,000 in 1 year. So they put their heads together and said that they could finance it and I'd pay them back over a 3-year period. I said that may be acceptable. You know, still wrestled with it. And then when somebody pulled out, I said I don't have to wrestle with it no more. We're not going to.
If they had funded you, would there have been an agreement, a resolution signing an agreement between the towns?
More than likely, yes.
Like MOA or something like that?
Yep.
Okay.
But it's not going to happen now, so I don't know what your question means.
It's just out of curiosity for part of everything that I've been involved with dealing with the Colonial. I'm not sure if I direct this to you or the mayor. I'm not sure which person goes to the Colonial meetings, maybe.
I do.
Okay. Then I'll direct this toward you. Just bear with me 1 second while I'm thinking about the way I want to word this. I've heard different differentiating reports. Mayor Teague of Haddon Township and Commissioner Foley of Haddon Township have both stated that the Chiefs Association has never been officially asked to do any study to see what cost savings they can come up with, which critics, opponents of the Colonial Plan have been asking, why not approach the Chiefs Association to see what they can do? Mayor Forbes has said that I've privately met with Chief Eisenhart, Chief Knoll. Jeff Kasko doesn't want it, wants nothing to do with the Chiefs. My question to you is, from your town's perspective, if ultimately this was cost savings and not about sharing a chief, why not officially ask the Chiefs Association to see what they can do among the 6 of them, to share resources, maybe the 6 of them purchase vehicles together.
On the discussions which they have sat in with construction. Okay. Chief Bepple has been at one of the meetings, is that correct? 1 or 2 of the meetings. The other chiefs have been there, so they've been asked, they've been brought into the thing. Nobody's an expert in this. If I was an expert, I could tell you whether it would work or doesn't work. The chiefs can't tell you whether it would work or doesn't work. That's why they sought to go to an outside agency.
What work or doesn't work? You mean sharing a chief or?
Yeah,
Well, that's what, the study wasn't about, sharing a chief. According to another mayor, this was all about just sharing police services. You're telling me it's about sharing a chief? Because that's not the message Mayor Forbes said. That they were, or Mayor Kasko, who both said there's 14 things it's going to examine to create better police services. If it's about sharing a chief, that's news to me, because that's not what we're hearing from
I
other
don't
towns.
think that's news to you. I don't think that has not been, that's the main purpose. Would it work? You must have been mistaken or misinformed, or didn't hear it right.
No, I appreciate your honesty in answering it. That's what I've always believed, but that's not what the mayors of Haddonfield and Oakland necessarily have said, that it was examining ways to have cost savings and have better police services.
The new mayor of Haddonfield has just been in the last 3 months, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, whatever it was.
And he's been on, this is his 5th year of service as an elected on the board of commissioners.
Mayor. How long has he been mayor?
Been mayor since back when Mayor Columbia left.
The last election, right? He hasn't been there from the get-go. We have also discussed what else can we do if this doesn't work. Could we share police services, i.e. detective bureaus, where we cut down on overtime if it's possible. Midnight shifts, possibly sharing, so on and so forth. All talk. You know, we don't know what the answer is going to be. That's why we meet.
I think if it's a way to, cost saving, better police services, you do training, more training together, possibly all 6 towns. You purchase vehicles, you guys go out at the same time, you might get a little bit better deal. And so one town gets 2 cars in August, next year, it's really about cost savings, as some people have said. I'll encourage you, reach out to the Chiefs Association officially, not just in a conversation, but the Camden County Chiefs Association.
They've been to meetings. The last 2 meetings they've been to, correct?
Yeah. Thank you very much.